probably hear behind me, or maybe not even hear me speaking, it is absolutely bouncing. I will show you the crowd in just a moment. Honestly, the atmosphere much in the nature that we saw in Spa. Checo Perez with a bit of work to do to get the most out of the car. He is somewhat behind Max, and at one FP3 on a very similar run plan, some 1.2 seconds behind. At one point, the floor was going to come off it. I was told it was setup changes, but it didn't matter one bit because he came back out on fresh, juicy new softs and put it quickest and by some. It was Charles Leclerc quickest, and then George Russell behind him and Max behind him, but it was around 2/10 between the three of them. So very, very tight indeed. Here is Carlos Sainz. P4 for him, a P2 yesterday and a P3 in FP1. Consistent performances from Carlos Sainz. And they are very much, as much looking ahead to Red Bull as they are behind them, of course, to the likes of Mercedes and McLaren. McLaren here, of course, the big news of the weekend has been that Oscar Piastri has signed and will take Daniel Ricciardo's seat. He will be replacing Daniel Ricciardo for the 2023 season, with the contract recognition board finding in McLaren's favour, finding this the only viable contract. So Lando Norris will be teammates with Oscar Piastri next season. McLaren have found some pace here, certainly in race pace, I should say. They're currently P3 on our data from the free practice, and in quali 1 lap pace. That's important here, of course, where it's difficult to overtake. Well, they are P4 with Red Bull, Mercedes and Ferrari in that order ahead of them. Here is Alpine, and the question remains, who will be Esteban Ocon's teammate next year? It won't be Fernando Alonso, hello to you. He'll be Aston Martin, so who will it be? Alpine brought upgrades here, but still a bit of work to do to get dialed in, certainly on the 1 lap pace. They're currently sitting P5 in both race pace and 1 lap pace as well. AlphaTauri somewhat struggling to make it into Q3 so far this season, and it's not looking too good for them here either. They're down the order somewhat. We'll see see what Yuki and Pierre can bring out here. As we have Sebastian Vettel's car, of course, one of his final races in his legendary career. Do keep your predictions coming through of who will get pole position. Of course, the battle is about to commence for that pole position. Aston Martin with a difficult season so far, and some way down the order in the constructor standings as well, but the car may just be coming towards them now in the second part of this season. Williams Racing, and speaking to the guys, of course, we saw a brilliant performance from Alex Albon at Spa, but here, a very high downforce track. They'll be mighty quick on the straights, but here, unfortunately, there aren't really many straights to be had. So they're not expecting too much this weekend. Q2 definitely still a possibility though for Williams, certainly for Alex Albon, and we'll see what Nicholas Latifi, who continues to fight for his seat in Formula One, what he can pull out the bag here after a difficult weekend in Spa with that tussle, shall we say, with the man right next to him here, Valtteri Bottas. Now this Alfa Romeo hasn't had an upgrade in quite a while, and they have struggled somewhat for pace. Alfa Romeo currently P9 on race pace and just P8 on one lap pace as well, so an uphill battle if they are to get indeed into Q3 here today, which is undoubtedly the aim for both of these drivers. Zhou is also in contention, of course, for this seat, yet to be confirmed, but we'll see. Indeed, Valtteri Bottas backing his teammate Guan Yu Zhou, and the dynamic between the two really strong. Every time I interview them, they've been looking great. And Mick Schumacher and Kevin Magnussen, we knew that this would be a track that would definitely suit the Haas boys, and so it was. They've got a sort of P9 and a P11 in FP3 today. I should say track temperature heading up to 30 degrees, air temperature around 26, 27. It's a beautiful warm day here at Zandvoort, and we're going to head out now. I'm going to show you the crowd. Honestly, it is bouncing. It's absolutely incredible. There's the full pit lane behind me. We'll just cross over, and I'm going to get up here. Oh, I'm on the Haas pit wall at the moment. We'll turn it round. Look at this. Let's poke through this little hole here, shall we?